All right, guys, welcome. This is episode 2 of the Bearzi podcast. For those that don't know me, my name is Derek. I am a YouTuber, content creator, and aspiring filmmaker. And I guess we can add podcaster to the list. Mm-hmm. So today we actually have a guest. We have my wife, Tina, who's happy to join us on the Bearzi podcast for our first real guest. So how you doing?
Good.
Okay, so there's going to be no real format to the podcast, but some backstory. Tina is actually a former YouTuber, which is kind of weird because I'm an aspiring YouTuber. I don't know.
Yeah. I really got into it for fun, and I found success in it, which kept me going. But I stopped because I felt a little uninspired at one point. And YouTube has changed a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like with Instagram coming out, people's attention spans were a lot shorter, and people were doing things on Instagram much faster than I was on YouTube. So I felt kind of defeated at what's the point in doing what I was doing anymore if somebody else is already kind of doing it and doing it on a different platform that seemed to be more efficient to me. So yeah, unfortunately.
Well, it makes sense, but like on the other side, this was a different time.
Yeah.
So some backstory. Tina created her channel in 2012, I think, or 2011. I think it was like 8 or 9 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds right.
So 2011 YouTube was completely different to what YouTube has become now. But I still feel like on YouTube as compared to Instagram, you can create like more longer form tutorials, where Instagram it's like you can only make a 60-second video, right?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. To me, like all the YouTubers that I had followed when I was doing YouTube have changed. Like not a lot of them
were doing what they were doing before.
Yeah, like they either stopped like I did, even with more followers and more success than I had found, and they had also like gradually shifted away from YouTube, or they're just doing something completely different, which I didn't know what I wanted to do, so then I kind of stopped doing it.
Oh, true. Well, actually, here, hold on, some more backstory. Your YouTube channel is actually about nail polish tutorials?
Yeah, so I did nail polish, nail art.
Nail art, okay.
Nail art tutorials, yeah. It was kind of my creative outlet because I am a little bit of a creative person, I would say.
Yeah, you like painting and music and all that.
Yeah, so that was my creative outlet because in my daily life I had just been working like a normal job and going to school, and there was nothing very creative about my life. So then that's where my passion for YouTube started.
And it was all fun, like strictly for enjoyment.
It was all
fun,
fun, yeah.
Pastime.
But I did work really hard on it. Like I would make videos at certain times every week, and I would follow the trends and try and really grow my channel. Like it's not like it was all luck or it was all, just for fun. I did work really hard on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I always remember when that movie with the Minions came out. Despicable Me. Yeah. I think it was the second one. Despicable Me 2 came out, and then you released a Despicable Me 2 nail art tutorial like the same week the trailer dropped or something. It was something like that.
Kind of. It was the Despicable Me 2 trailer, yeah, and the trailer went viral because it was cute, and it was
the
like
minions.
Yeah, a bunch of minions, and they were like, I think it was that ba-na-na-na-na.
Oh, the song.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. And then
one says potato or something.
something. Yeah, I did minion nails, and it was suggested in the sides of where the trailer was playing on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So when people watch the trailer,
and the trailer went viral. And so, yeah, they saw my video as a suggested or as a, like, similar video.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever YouTube put on the sides there at the time. Yeah, and so I gained a lot of subscribers from that, and it was an exciting time. I had a couple videos that did really well like that. Like, I did a Monsters Inc. nail tutorial.
Yep, I remember that.
I had a lot of traffic with that and gained a lot of subscribers from that one as well, and other ones too that were more original.
The water marble one was the biggest.
I did a heart-shaped water marble, and I was almost like the first one to kind of use a smaller dish, because everybody would be using like plastic cups.
Okay, so explain what a water marble, because I never even knew what that was. Like, explain what it is.
A water marble is a type of technique where you have a cup of water and you drop nail polish on top so it floats on top, and then you kind of drag it in a way to make your design with different colors, and then you would dip your nail into the water and it would transfer onto your nail.
Wouldn't it go on your finger, like your skin, or just...
Yes, but there are ways... There are ways to kind of prevent that with tape, or some people use...
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, liquid.
So you tape up your skin and then leave the nail visible, then you put that into the...
Yeah, or some people use like liquid latex, or some people just leave it and they'll clean it after, like with a Q-tip and nail polish remover.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, there's different ways of doing it. There's different ways of doing everything, so...
Because I know you had a couple of videos that went over 500,000 views, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And your peak, what was your peak subscribers?
It was around 44,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But then YouTube, they went through a time where they were getting rid of inactive accounts, or accounts that were maybe more spam-like. I don't know what they were doing, but
it deleted a bunch of accounts.
It deleted a bunch of accounts that were no longer active, or maybe weren't real accounts. I don't know. But a lot of YouTubers lost a lot of subscribers from that, not just me. But
because it was a platform-wide purge of inactive and spam accounts.
Yeah.
That YouTube got rid of.
Yeah.
So your peak was 45?
I don't know. So I think so.
40-something? Yeah. And then after the purge?
I don't know. I didn't really look at it.
Oh, okay.
You could check if you want.
No, it's okay.
It's still there on YouTube. I mean, it's just Tina Tran.
Just on YouTube.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It was really fun and exciting time for me, but I think I just decided to move on from it. Mm-hmm. And for me, there were more exciting things in my life coming up. And so I felt like it was just a transition for me, with finishing school, getting a new career.
Yeah.
And we got married, and we were doing a lot of big things in our lives.
Oh, yeah,
growing
that's
up.
true.
Like, we were,
getting our own place,
buying a house,
our own car, and all that.
Yeah, and just doing a lot more life adulting.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, it's just kind of gradually, I mean, it wasn't a huge loss for me because it was always just
for fun.
Yeah.
See, that's important because you knew exactly what your channel was. You didn't have any super crazy expectations of where you wanted it to go. It was just something to do for fun in your pastime. And it was perfect, right?
Yeah, and then for me, because, I never really chased that fame or that
the
popularity, the clout that.
So you never cared for that.
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, so that's another reason why I just decided, like, maybe try something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I was happy doing it when I was filming and editing and all that fun stuff.
So I guess, like, to put this in perspective, for the time, what did you use to record? Because back then we couldn't use cell phones, and GoPros were just starting to come out.
Yeah, I used a point and shoot for pictures.
Oh, a point and shoot. Okay.
Yeah, for thumbnails, I used a point and shoot because it had a macro feature.
Okay, so then you can get the really nice detailed up close shot of like your nails. Yeah. Oh, okay, so that's how you did your thumbnails.
Yeah, and then for the video portion, I used a camcorder. It had like a flippy screen, so.
Oh, the ones where you hold.
Yeah, you
like
hold
this?
it like this.
And then the screen.
Like... Yeah, but it recorded, I think, pretty in 1080.
Did it do 1080?
I think it did.
Wow.
So.
That's pretty good.
That's why I used it.
If it could do 1080, because the standard now, even in 2020, is still 1080p. Like 4K.
I think it was 1080. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay, so it's at least 720p.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
At least 720. Yeah. And then I had it like on a tripod pointing straight down.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would sit on the floor, have the tripod in front of me, point the camcorder straight down, and the shot would be only of my nails. And then when I went to edit, because the camcorder was in front of me, pointing down, everything would be upside down. So in editing, I would flip it.
Oh,
so
okay.
The perspective would look like, from my perspective.
Yeah.
When I flipped it around.
When you flipped it.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, that worked for me, so I just stuck with that consistently.
Did you record the voiceover later or while you were doing it?
Afterwards.
What did the audio?
Just my laptop mic. I had a blue snowball, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I bought you that. The blue snowball. It's like this, but like a sphere, right?
Yeah.
Not as good as a Yeti, but...
Yeah. I used that for a while, but then I got lazy, and then I found that the audio from the laptop was fine.
Was good enough?
Yeah, so I edited everything in
Power Director?
Power Director.
Okay, Power Director, yeah.
Yeah, Power Director. I downloaded it, and I edited everything in there, uploaded it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? You were able to just not care too much for the gear, but just create and upload, where I remember for years I always wanted to create a YouTube channel. I guess I was somewhat envious of your channel.
I know.
But I think the gear is what always held me back, because I'm like kind of like a semi-perfectionist whenever I do anything. So I felt like if I couldn't record a video that was up to a certain standard of quality, then it stopped me from creating. And that was like kind of like the big point in episode 1 of this podcast, was to just start. Mm-hmm. And I feel like just starting is a huge hurdle that a lot of people have with starting YouTube. Mm-hmm. And that part didn't even phase you at all. It was just create and then just post, and you didn't even think about the quality too much.
Not too much, but that's my personality. Like you said, your personality is a little more perfectionist when it comes to things like that. I do have the attention to detail and the perfectionist, but
it doesn't hold you back.
No, because my personality, I feel like, is more carefree, like more laid back. Not a lot of things get to me. Like, I don't nitpick. Mm-hmm.
How about YouTube comments? Did those get to you? The trolls? Was there trolls in 2011?
There were, yes. There's always trolls.
There's always trolls? Wow, that sucks.
I mean...
But for what? What would they say? Like, your nail art sucks? Like, what's the worst troll comment you got?
The worst troll comment I got? I don't know. Just people saying mean things. Not so much trolls. Like, the only troll I had was, like, David, which is
your cousin?
My cousin, yeah. Because he would message me after, and he would be like, see that one dislike? That's me. And I would always notice, because there would be one dislike after he would message me. And he would be like, that's me. And I'm like, you should be supporting me. Like, you're my family. But he thought it was funny. And I didn't really even care then either. But
so your only troll was a family member.
Yeah, like the others were just mean comments, like, "Oh, I don't like your nose."
Wow. But what does that have to do with anything? That's like, that makes no sense. Like, I don't understand
that's why things in general don't really get to me. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, it's like, your voice is annoying. And I'm like,
oh wow, your voice is annoying?
Yeah, but then those comments were like 1 out of like 20 comments.
Oh, okay. So majority are positive comments.
Yeah,
but it only takes one really negative comment to tear down a whole bunch of positive comments, though. And I know that affects a lot of people, especially in social media.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're putting yourself out there, and so you have to be ready to grow a thicker skin if you don't want to let it get to you.
Yeah. Because you're out there, you're going to be criticized by
anything.
The world, basically.
Yeah, over anything, so... It's just, you just ignore it, delete it if you want to.
So that's your advice for anyone dealing with the trolls, to ignore and delete?
Mm-hmm. Like,
and don't let it affect you?
Yeah, don't let it affect you. Who cares? Don't give them the time of day, and don't let them, like, because that's what they want. They want to get, like...
They want to get a response from you. They want to get you triggered, basically.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have anything better to do with their time than say something negative. It shows the type of people they are. Doesn't matter. People like that, what people like that think of you.
That's true. Luckily for me, I'm in a phase where I only have 200 subscribers, so the trolls haven't found me yet, or they haven't discovered me yet, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty negative that they're going to have to say when they do find me. Or if they find this podcast one day. So that's pretty funny.
One day.
So regardless of trolls, so I wanted to ask you, are there any pros or cons from deciding to take on a real job in the world rather than taking a career path in YouTube? Like, is there any
pros and cons?
Yeah. Or what advice do you have for people now that you're living life after YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you miss it at all? Are you happy that you chose your career path?
Yeah, I miss it. I mean, it was so much fun. And it's exciting. Just... I don't want to use the word normal in this situation because...
Like working a normal 9 to 5?
Yeah. Even though it is more normal, I don't like to use the word normal because I know a lot of things nowadays are more unconventional, and it's better to have more of a diverse world where people are doing like different things on different spectrums, and it's not always just 9 to 5 and Monday to Friday and corporate life. But yeah, I mean, for me, I do miss it.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. But at the same time, I like my life how it is now. Like, I find new ambitions and new goals with my career that I want to pursue and I want to accomplish. And I just like the routine of it all. Mm-hmm. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into every day, and I know that the more work I can put into my career, the closer I can get to where I want to be. And with YouTube, it was similar. I mean, you put in the work.
Yeah, you get results for sure if you put in the time.
Yeah.
If your quality is good.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I don't have any regrets with it all. I mean, maybe one day I'll make videos again.
Would you ever revamp the channel? Start it back up again?
It's possible. I mean, why not? The content would be much different. I think I wouldn't go back to doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, you could always change your niche for sure and just post whatever your new hobbies or new ambition is. It doesn't have to be exactly going back to nail art, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's possible that I mean, I would need to find the time because time is just so crazy right now.
Yeah, especially that we have a newborn.
Yeah, well, having a baby really makes you realize how like precious and priceless your time is and how much it's worth, because there's just never enough. And then you being a new mom, it's crazy because you want time to go by faster in a sense. Like, you want your baby to grow up, and like the harder times where, like, you know, she's crying at night or fussy, and it's like, oh, I just want this phase to end or like to pass. But then at the same time you're like, well, I don't want them to grow up. Like, they're growing up so fast. Like, she's growing up so fast. And it's like, you want time to speed up, but then you also want it to slow down. And
yeah,
so it's like,
that's true.
Time is a crazy concept right now in our lives. And so,
well, you want the best of both worlds. Like, you want to see your child grow up and to be healthy and to grow and experience new things in the world, but you also want to still enjoy the current phase that they're in now, the infant, toddler, baby talk phase.
And you never get that time back. Like, where you're putting your time is so important, because like you never get it back, and so you never find more time. It's like
well, time is the one resource that you can never make more of. It's because you can always make more money. You can always find a different job. You can always find a different career, learn a new skill. But the amount of time you have in the world to experience things is a set amount.
Yeah.
And for sure, you can like exercise, eat healthy, take vitamins, and, you know, live a healthier life to hopefully prolong your life and live past the life expectancy of the place you're in. But
yeah, it's something that I really wanted to do. I feel like I could do it. Like, I could manage the time properly. Just like how, you know, other people who are chasing their dreams or have families and work, and sometimes you look at them and you're like, how do they have time to do everything? But they make it work. So
yeah, that's true. But I also struggle with the same concept of time. Because I've always had, I talked about this in this other podcast that I was on with Tim, the Oh My Days podcast. And I told them that I would much rather work 80 hours a week for my dream than to work 40 hours a week for someone else's dream. Because if you are working 80 hours a week for your dream and you truly love and enjoy what you're doing, then it actually it's not work anymore. It just turns into something enjoyable.
yeah.
So then the 16 hours of the day where you're awake, those are 16 hours you're enjoying your life. Whereas on the flip side, you're spending 8 hours of your life in a miserable state, waiting for the 2 days of the week, the Saturday and the Sunday, when you can actually go out and enjoy your life, which seems crazy to me, right?
Well, yeah, for some people. But it's not like that for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. So I think some people take, maybe not pleasure, but they take comfort in the fact that working the 9 to 5 brings them security, brings them a steady paycheck every week. They can provide for their family, pay their bills, pay their rent, their mortgage, put food on the table. And I feel like that sense of comfort and security is what a lot of people are after. And that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that's like a bad thing you should pursue.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's where I am right now. Yeah, I love my job.
See, that's good, because a lot of people don't, though. That's the problem, right?
I like knowing that as long as I'm working, we'll be fine. Like, I can take care of like our babies, and
we have enough money to pay for bills and stuff. Yeah. But the problem is, for other people, there's so many people in the world that are doing a job they hate, doing a job they dislike. Yeah. And they just can't wait until they get those 2 weeks of vacation.
Yeah, the weekends.
So you're working 50 weeks of the year to enjoy a 2-week vacation, right? Like, that's hard. That's really hard for some people, right? So you're lucky that you can appreciate your job and you do enjoy what you do. But would you ever trade your job in to go back to YouTube, or no? Like if you had to pick one of the, you would say no?
No.
No.
No. The only way I would go back to YouTube is if I could do both.
If you could do both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you would have to find time to do both.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could only choose one or the other, you would choose your current position.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's just, I like I said, I like having the routine. I like knowing. I like feeling that security.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah.
That's good. If you know exactly what you want and you are comfortable with what you have, that's perfect. Like
Mm-hmm.
you've made it, right? You know exactly what you want and you've achieved that goal. And if it brings you that comfort and security, like why change, right?
Yeah, and I have ambitions that I want to pursue in that path of my life.
In that career arc
Yeah.
of your life. Okay.
So I feel like things will always be changing, and I'm still excited to see where that path takes me and what I have in store there.
Yeah, like becoming into like management or like getting higher up in the company, that type of thing.
Yeah. Pursuing education.
Or is it more of a like challenging yourself? Like to see how far you can go.
Kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah.
It's not like, it's more about enjoyment for you. Kind of. And just seeing where you can go.
The corporate life over the
Yeah,
YouTube life.
yeah.
I guess. I mean, I'm still so young. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
we're
There's
young.
still
And
lots
our
to
family's
lots to
young,
do.
and so.
Because I've had like interesting conversations with my coworkers about this topic, and I guess they aren't as open-minded as you, because especially the older generation that have been working, say, the 9 to 5 for about 20 to 25 years, so around the age of 45, I've noticed that these people tend to have a mindset that the way that they're doing things is the right way. And if you were to do anything other that would diverge from what they're doing, they think in some way what you're doing is wrong or is a stupid decision. And I talk to all these guys at work about like ambitions that I have for YouTube or a podcast or just creating a business or doing something on your own and being your own boss, like the working 80 hours a week for my own life. And the response I get is they think I'm stupid.
Are those guys generally happy in their jobs, or are they more negative people?
No, they complain about their job all the time, which is weird because it's like a paradox, because they're saying what they do is the right way and the only way. But then when you talk to them about their actual job, they just complain all the time, and they always hear, I can't wait, oh thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
Or they hate that it's Monday, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the same treadmill thing over and over and over. And I just can't get over that way of thinking, and it just kind of just drives me crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. See, I'm the opposite. I'm happy with where I am, and still I'm super open-minded about what people want to do and their dreams and goals and aspirations and unconventional things that they want to live, outside the box.
Because I feel like if you want to pursue the 9 to 5 and pursue a job in corporate America, or for us, corporate Canada, that's perfectly fine. But if you hate your job, but then you still bash others that pursue other endeavors, I don't know, that seems conflicting to me.
Yeah, maybe it's like
I don't know, it seems kind of weird.
Maybe it's like an older thing. People growing up in different generations, they just don't understand. I don't know.
That's true.
Could be.
Another thing that I realized, and this was recently, was becoming a parent. Now that we have a daughter, I've had this new feeling where I will do anything for a daughter. I want her to be safe.
Yeah.
I want her to be educated. I wanted her to be protected. And I would do anything to make sure she is safe and secure. But so for me as a parent, I would want her to go into corporate America and work the 9 to 5, because then I would know that she would have a secure job, she would have benefits, and she would be safe. But on the other side, the more entrepreneurial side of me, I don't want her to do that. I want her to pursue her passions. I want her to be happy. I want her to enjoy her work, right? So it's weird because I have this paradox of the father-parent mindset. And it's weird because a lot of parents will say, oh, I worked 2 jobs for my kids. I worked 3 jobs, right? And I work so hard so that my kids can follow their dreams. But then when their kids want to follow their dreams, those parents say, no, you should get a stable job, right? It doesn't make sense. It's like, it's kind of weird, right? Like
that exact thing happened to you with your parents. Right?
Yeah, kind of. Because my dad would work 3 jobs, 2 to 3 jobs, like 75 to 85 hours a week. And he's always told us that like he worked so hard so that he can provide us with opportunities in our lives to, you know, live a better life, right? But what if that better life is wanting to pursue your passion? But then like that parent mindset kicks in where you want your kids to be happy, but you also want them to be safe and secure, and you don't want them to take any risks, right? It's weird because now I am in that weird paradox.
I know. I feel like that's what it is to be a parent. Like you just can't help but worry either way. Like it doesn't matter. You're always going to worry about them, and you always want the best for them, and you always want to be the best for them, and that's all you want as a parent, right? So
yeah, I just don't want my my instincts as a parent to take over what I believe in, like the values that I believe in. Like I'd want our daughter to be able to grow up and follow her dreams, whatever that is. It could be in arts, it could be in business, it could be in something in a job that doesn't even exist today that could, you know, come to fruition years from now. But I want her to be able to pursue what she wants to do. And I don't want my instincts as a parent to smother her, right? I don't know. I just think about that a lot. It's just like a weird feeling that I have as a new parent.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have that same feeling that I do.
I do. It's crazy. It's like having a child is the most life-changing thing I think that could ever happen to you.
Made me cry.
Yeah, it's a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
It's like a roller coaster of emotions, but it makes you really, like, it brings out the best in you. I feel
for sure.
Like you just want to be the best for them, and you realize that you can do anything. Like you can grow another life. Yeah,
which is like an extension of yourself, right?
It's crazy. It's
I know. And even though there are like the sleepless nights and all of that stuff, getting up at 2 a.m., but if anyone is out there that has any doubts about parenthood, I think the pros outweigh the cons by a million. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's you can't explain it.
Like, it's weird.
People tell you all the time that like kids are a blessing and they're like the greatest things in your life, but you never really understand until you have one. And you realize like how intense the feelings are and how intense like a love you've never felt before and like a happiness that you've never felt before, and it's just like the most amazing thing.
I know. Because when I used to see other people's kids, I'd be like, "Oh, that's cool," you know. That's like a
they're
someone's
cute.
Kid. They're cute.
Oh yeah.
But now I see their kid, I'm like, "Wow, that's a precious small human, right? That's being nurtured by their parents, right?" And that my understanding of the whole idea has completely changed, and now I appreciate kids, and now I appreciate what parents do and go through for their kids, right? In order for them to live a good life.
Yeah, and that's all you can hope for them is just to be healthy and happy and have a good life.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't want my instincts to just take over my beliefs of what people should do with their life. I don't know. I feel like...
We'll see. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. But then also, like, 20 years from now, you have no idea what the world could be.
Yeah,
like, what if artificial intelligence blows up at an exponential rate and all of our jobs get replaced by automation?
The future is so uncertain. So.
Yeah. Because if you were to tell me 20 years ago that playing video games on Twitch or taking Instagram pictures of your food is a job, like I'd be like, what? Like you're crazy. But those are actual real professions now. You have professional Instagram photographers that take pictures of their food or take selfies for a living, or kids that play Fortnite and Call of Duty for 12 hours a day on their computer at home. Then that's a living too. Like that's an actual real well-paying job. And 20 years ago that never existed. You would have to go to like South Korea to play StarCraft. I think that was like the closest thing to professional gaming that there was at the time, and even then that wasn't enough money to support your family as an income. But imagine what the type of jobs we'll have 20 years from now. Because you don't know, right? Like,
it's crazy. Now like a little kid who opens toys on YouTube.
Oh, what's his name?
Ryan's World.
Something. Ryan's World.
Something like that.
I've seen his toys in Toys R Us.
Yeah, and he can make one video and make more than most adults could make in the whole year. Yeah.
That's so crazy. But there was something recently with YouTube demonetizing children's content, I think.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't know the details, but something about the monetization of videos with minors was affected. Now, luckily for us, that doesn't affect us in any way, but I wonder how that affected his channel, because he has millions of subscribers, right? He must. How many subscribers does he have? Like,
no idea.
20 million? Maybe more?
I don't know. I've never watched his videos.
Yeah, I've actually never watched his videos either. I've just seen the toys in Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy to me. Because imagine being that kid. You're like 5 years old and you're opening Transformers and Ninja Turtles. And then your parents are just recording you. And you become like the world's most famous kid in the entire world. And little kids look to you for your opinion.
Little kids
on
watch
what toys are good. Yeah, like that's so crazy. And that's like a job for a 5-year-old. Like, so cute. That just blows my mind. Maybe I'll watch one of his videos.
Yeah.
They must be good. They can't be
it.
Ryan's World.
Ryan something.
So he wasn't around when you were doing YouTube.
No. Definitely not.
So what was the big channel when you were doing it? Jenna Marbles?
Jenna Marbles was, yeah, but see, like I was saying earlier, like she was one of the bigger YouTubers when I was doing YouTube.
And so she was already big at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, I mean, now you don't really hear much from her anymore, or maybe you just follow her on Instagram, you know. So
it's different. It's not like before.
It's different. Like when I did YouTube, the big channels were, I think, they were like beauty kind of channels, tutorials and such, like Michelle Phan.
Okay.
I think she was the biggest YouTuber.
Was PewDiePie around?
Not really.
No? So before PewDiePie then? Or
maybe
I'm
sure he was around, but not like how he is now.
Oh yeah, true. Because now he's like one of the biggest on the whole platform, I think. Or second biggest channel?
Yeah.
I think he's something like that. Because I remember there was also like Smosh.
Yeah.
Those two guys. They did like Pokemon and comedy videos.
Remember Ryan Higa? He was pretty big too.
Oh yeah, he did the Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy tell him video.
They did like funny comedy skits and such.
What was his friend's name? Sean Fuji something.
Oh yeah.
Sean.
He lived in like Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember his name. I used to love watching their videos. They're so good.
Yeah, so good.
He's still around though. He still does post his skits. He's posted a lot of skits.
Yeah,
and comedy.
He's still around. And he does different things too. I think he does. I saw him doing some sort of energy drink.
Like a commercial?
No, like an actual. He made the energy.
Oh, he made an energy drink. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, he sold it.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it's called like Ninja Milk or.
Ninja Milk is so true.
I don't know. I don't know. I briefly saw it.
Well, his content has always been good because it comes from a place of passion. You can tell like comedy and skits is what he loves.
It's
it's not a job for him. It's exactly what he was born to do. Is entertain people. And you can really see
You can really see the what?
You can see like the authenticity in his channel.
Yeah, that's what makes
like he's always been the same way.
That's what makes good channels good.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, remember Kevin Jumba?
Oh yeah, and his dad.
He's so good. Yeah, but he doesn't even do YouTube
channel.
anymore either.
He doesn't?
I don't think so. I mean, like all these YouTubers that we're talking about, like you don't hear from them as like you used to.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of like faded away with the time.
Faded away.
That's still okay though. But at least you have other reasons and other passions to pursue.
I'm sure they do too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But that was just like a different time though. I loved watching Kev Jumba. I remember that was the first channel ever on YouTube that I binge watched. I actually clicked that sort button by video of release date. So I went to the oldest where he was like dancing in his backyard.
Watched all of them?
I watched all of them. It was the first channel I ever binge watched. Yeah, I watched everything because I felt like his content was so interesting. Even though it was just a talking head of him talking about the most random things in like 480p, like horrible quality. Yeah. But for the time, the content was so entertaining that you didn't really care about the quality or production value of his video. And I felt like it was just a really, really good channel. And then we watched him on The Amazing Race.
Yeah, we were rooting for him like so much.
Yeah.
Like, we felt like his heartache when his dad couldn't do like certain things, remember?
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
And he was like rooting on his dad. It's like, oh, Dad, you can do it. And then it's just like he's older, so like it's not easy to compete against.
Yeah, it's harder for him to keep up in like the physical.
Couples,
yeah, the physical challenges are tough. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Because I remember he started a channel called Jumba Fund where he would raise money for charities. And then in the video he would show him actually going to like the Red Cross website and donating like $10,000. Yeah. Like he would show the act of him sending the money to the actual charity. And I thought that was so cool that he was using his platform to like help the world and better the world in some way, right? And this wasn't just selfishly making money for himself or just concerning about his career. He actually cared about other people in the world. And I don't know, that his channel I loved it. It was so genuine. Yeah. And his content was just so good.
Go and look at all these channels now and see what they're doing.
Yeah, we should look up those channels from like 2010 that we watched.
All the OGs that we loved.
I don't even know if I still follow anyone from that time. Yeah. Because I was into different things.
Remember Wong Fu and Marquand and...
Oh,
there's so many.
I actually still watch Marquand because he changed his name from Marquand to Barbell Brigade. He opened a gym and he created a business called Barbell Brigade and he became like a power lifter, like doing bench press, squat and deadlifts, like a hardcore power lifter.
Yeah, remember how he started? It's just like stupidness.
Yeah, the Chinito Gomez or whatever, and getting robbed at the gas station. Yeah, and all those skits.
He's like crying.
Oh yeah, he's crying. He's wearing that hat.
Yeah.
That what was it? A bear? No, it had ears.
It's
and he called himself Uncle Sam in like a Vietnamese accent
Uncle
or something.
Sam.
Yeah, Uncle Sam. Oh my gosh, I still watch him. You can still watch those old videos if you click on Barbell Brigade and you look back. He has those when he was Marquand. I'm pretty sure.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but that's a perfect example of how he started in comedy with his friend. Yeah. What was that other guy's name? There was another guy. Remember in his videos?
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. I don't know if he's still around. Yeah, I don't know. But Marquand is definitely still creating content, but just in a completely different niche, which I think is awesome. Yeah. Because I got into not powerlifting, but I got into fitness briefly. Mm-hmm. So it was cool seeing how like he changed his niche from comedy and entertainment into something like powerlifting and health and following his passion and using his channel to create a business, which I thought was really cool and inspiring. But yeah, he's still around though.
Yeah, that's I think he has like a whole crew with him now that makes videos, right?
Oh, does he?
I don't know. But I remember watching a more recent one, and there's like so many people that I've never seen before in his videos.
Yeah, well, the whole like community of YouTube has like blown up, and everyone has this belief that everything is oversaturated, and it's so hard to start a channel in 2020. Which is weird because that's exactly what I'm trying to do, to start a channel. Well, I created in 2019, but it's been so long since I created my channel to release content and figure out what my niche was. Like for years, you remember the old videos that I would post?
Yeah.
It'd be like in 2009 playing basketball. And then it'd be like me playing Guitar Hero or something. I was playing Guitar Hero on a CRT TV, one of those huge box TVs, and I remember, and I didn't even have a screen capture card. I had a Canon point and shoot camera, and I just pointed it at my TV.
Yeah.
And it had those weird horizontal lines.
Oh yeah.
From the signal or whatever, you could see.
Yeah, and then you passed that really hard song perfectly, and then you were like, there it is.
Oh. And then everyone laughed at me.
All your friends made fun of you, and they just kept saying, there it is, it is.
Then I deleted it
because of that.
You guys are so mean. There it is.
Because I think because it was funny, because like the whole video is like you didn't say anything at all. Because
I was concentrating so hard on trying to get...
But that's why it's funny, because it's like at the end, it's like, there it is.
I was so happy that I full comboed the song.
Yeah, something. It's funny.
Oh, you guys are so mean. So that's what I mean. For years, I created videos and always deleted them. It took me forever to get over that hump of just finding the niche that I want to follow.
Yeah, I remember you when things were changing and growing with my channel. You were like just as excited as I was.
Yeah, I was so excited.
You loved to watch it grow. You were like, I remember one time we were eating at a restaurant, and one of my videos was going crazy. I was like I gained like 1,000 subscribers in an hour that we were eating, and I kept refreshing it and showing it to you.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
I remember it. We were eating somewhere.
And you were showing me on your phone?
Yeah.
Like your subscribers going up?
Yeah, I was like refreshing it, and I was like, oh my god! Damn. Oh my god! 300 more!
That's so crazy. Wow. Yeah, I was definitely excited. Like,
yeah. I
wasn't sad when you quit or stopped your channel. I felt, I don't know, maybe a little bit sad.
Did you feel disappointed that it was like a waste, that I built it up from nothing, and then finally when I got to a significant level that I just left it behind?
No, I think it was mostly because you worked so hard on your channel and you put so much time and effort into it that it was so good. And then it kind of caught me off guard that you were just like, that I would stop. I'm over it. Yeah. And I was just like, I still loved your channel. I was like, this is so cool. This is like my dream. And
it's a disappointing thought that I had left so many people just hanging too, because like as much as I felt uninspired and felt like my content was in the shadows of things that were more up and coming, I know that a lot of people didn't like watch my channel just for my nail tutorials, but that because they enjoyed
the person,
like the personality, or following along with them, or like seeing what their life, like following their life's changes with them. And so I don't know, it wasn't just cold turkey when I stopped, though. I feel like it was like my videos were getting more and more far apart, and
so you weren't uploading as frequently.
And then when it was like, well, is this even as good as it used to be? And
did you have like relief when you posted? You're like, oh, like you were able to exhale, and like, oh, thank God that video was posted and done. Did you feel that way?
No.
No?
I never felt like that.
So it never felt like a hindrance or a nuisance?
No.
It never was like a task you felt like you had to do?
No.
So it kind of just, you just moved on, basically.
Yeah, we had other things going on.
Yeah, we had more important things in life
like
to worry about.
We were getting married, and just bigger, not bigger, but different things that I had put more of my attention towards, and so
like securing our future and both of us getting stable incomes and stuff like that, so we can afford a place to live. Yeah, I felt like that way too, but also was like, no, your YouTube channel, it's so cool.
I know, looking back, it is kind of a waste. I mean, I was getting to the point where I was doing pretty big things.
I remember you're getting sponsors.
I was in a magazine.
What? You're in a magazine?
Yeah, you probably forgot. I was in a bridal magazine.
You're in a bridal magazine?
Yeah, I have a picture of it somewhere.
Like nail art for like a wedding?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
I worked with somebody who actually published me in the magazine.
Wow.
I did a video specifically for them.
Yeah.
And for designs, bridal designs.
Oh, that's
for
crazy.
them, and they had put my picture in, and it was like, "This is your YouTube channel." And
did they pay you? Like, was it a paid deal? Like
no.
A paid gig?
No, I never had any paid sponsorships. Only like free items.
Oh, okay. Companies sent you free stuff.
Yeah, like I got tons of nail polishes and tons of even different things outside of nail art. Like I did hair tutorial, just one or two random ones, and they would send me straighteners, hair straighteners
for you to review and make a video on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I remember that. I remember you made a video about a hair
something like
curls
or
something like that. That was towards the end though, right? That was closer near the end.
Yeah.
Because I remember we did a few vlogs when I still had my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to downtown Toronto, went to the dog, what was it? Dog show? Wolf Fest, that was it. Yeah, that was cool. And we filmed the vlog, and I was so excited. Like, yo, I'm in a YouTube video, it's so cool. Yeah. And I was driving around downtown. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, we took the subway.
I think you still have a picture of us on the subway.
Yeah, I do.
With our dogs. Yep. Unfortunately, my dog is long gone. Yeah. Yeah, long lost and ran away. That sucks. Yeah, but those are good times though.
Things have changed a lot. Things are always changing. So.
Yeah, that's true. I guess for me, I shouldn't be sad that your channel is inactive or you've kind of given up on it. I should be happy that you enjoyed it, and it was like a time in your life where you really enjoyed what you were doing, and then over time people change, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And you were kind of over that arc of creating content, and you were essentially growing up to be more responsible and doing bigger and more important things. And I think that's admirable. I think that's cool. But at the same time, it's hard for me because that's been my dream and I never told anybody because I was always scared to tell people that my dream was always to be a content creator or a YouTuber, because whenever I would make a YouTube video, people would always laugh at me, and I used to always get trolls, especially for video game content that I posted. I remember I got a troll when I posted I think it was Hearthstone videos. Yeah. And he disliked all of my videos and then left all these horrible comments on every single one. And then even when I banned him, he created a new account and came back. Yeah, it was horrible. It was really demoralizing. And every beginner YouTuber mistake that you could think of, I pretty much made for the past 10 years. Not starting, caring too much about gear, letting one negative comment get to you, letting your friends laughing at you affect your channel. All of those mistakes that YouTubers make, I feel like I made all of them. And it took me 10 years to finally figure out what I wanted to do.
Well, At least you got all the mistakes out of the way.
Yeah, but it's just horrible because it took me forever to figure out what it was. And it's
okay.
funny because earlier we were talking about how I feel like I'm more of a perfectionist. And it wasn't until mirrorless cameras became super affordable and I could record in 1080p 60 and I could record in 4K, where now I had this affordable piece of equipment that could record the most amazing quality videos. So that like satisfied my need for perfection. And I feel like now the quality of my videos are up to my standard, where it doesn't bother me anymore because I know like, oh man, I made this whole video in 4K, the quality looks so good. Whereas before I couldn't afford a DSLR camera, I couldn't afford a high-end camcorder to create those videos, right? And because I guess the times have changed and those technologies have become more affordable, it really helped me to overcome my fear of perfection and starting. And that's that helps you. Yeah, it helped me get going. It helped me get started, right? Yeah, and now I'm completely confident with the quality of the videos I'm putting out. Like especially when it's in 4K, like it looks so satisfying to the eye and it's so clear, and learning about lenses and all those different types of things. And it's weird because I never had any interest in cameras. When I was growing up, I had no interest in photography, like nothing. I didn't care about any of those type of things. But it wasn't until recently when I was able to actually buy a decent camera that I really got into it. And I'm happy that I did.
Yeah, that's good.
And I feel like a lot of people that are starting YouTube, you can learn from these mistakes of, punching fear in the face. Don't be a perfectionist and just start the thing you want to do. Just create your channel. And then along the way, as you post, you can get better and improve your quality of content over time. Like if you look at my channel, my first video, or my first real video now, is 10 months old, and it was shot with my smartphone. And then after that, I used the GoPro.
Yeah.
And then I had the Panasonic, and then now I have the Sony. Like I made all these slow incremental upgrades over time. But if I never made that first video, I would never get to the point where I'm at now. Right? Sure. Yeah. So I feel like that's good advice for any struggling YouTubers out there that
are listening.
Yeah, that are trying to make it, that are listening. I don't know, like what advice would you have for someone trying to start a YouTube channel in 2020? Like what would you tell them? It doesn't have to be in your niche specifically, but just in general from all your experience. Like, do you have any tips for a brand new person trying to get into the YouTube market?
I don't know. Things are so different now from when I did YouTube.
True.
Yeah, just make sure that you enjoy it.
Like enjoy what you're doing, and that it doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah, make sure you're having fun.
Well, because at the end of the day, right, it needs to be enjoyable, right? Or else it'd be a horrible experience.
Yeah, and people can really tell.
Can tell what? Like if you're
in your videos
forcing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
or if you're like, if you're forcing it, if you're being fake, or if you're not really have the right intentions.
And that your audience will tell. That's true.
Yeah. Or if you're like sad.
If you're sad? If you're sad? What do you mean? Like sad?
I don't know. If you're going through something, like people can tell.
Oh, like if it's something is affecting you externally, like emotionally, then people can tell in your videos.
Yeah.
Oh man. Can you tell when I'm pissed off in my videos?
You're pissed off in your videos?
I don't know. Sometimes I have like a bad day at work and I just not in the right mindset, but
maybe.
I guess I never really thought of that. I guess it makes sense, right? Because like if you are frustrated or if you aren't enjoying what you're doing, it's gonna come out in your video when you post it to the world, and people will tell, right?
Yeah, unless you want to be that transparent, then for sure you can release whenever you like the bad stuff with the good stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I think we pretty much talked about everything. Is there anything you want to say in closing? And thanks for being the first guest on the Bearzi podcast. Yeah. It was so hard doing episode 1 by myself. thank you for doing this with me. Did you enjoy it? Was it fun?
It's different.
Different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm an awkward person, so it's very different.
All right, it's all good. It's the first time you ever done a podcast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for the first time I did one, I was saying like and ums and all stuttering all over the place. I was so nervous, but we all have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's fun to see where this will go and where everything that you're doing will take you. So
cool. All right, thanks you so much for being guest number 1 on the podcast. That's pretty much it. Anything else you want to say?
No, just wanted to say hi to everybody who's listening, and maybe you'll hear from me again.
All right, cool. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. If you want to find the podcast on YouTube, it's just the Bearzi Podcast. And if you want to see my main YouTube channel where I make self-improvement documentaries 3 times a week, it's Derek Bearzi, pretty much at YouTube. And that's it. So I'll see you guys next week, and peace. Yeah, that was fun. We did good. We did an hour. Holy shit.
That was good.